everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rovia and welcome to a brand new video for me. So in today's video we're going to be creating this makeup look, which again is another very classic old school holiday makeup look. The red lip, the gold eyes, and everything that I'm going to use in today's video is going to be drugstore available, and drugstore where you can find this at Ulta, you can find it at Rite Aid, CVS, anywhere that's nearby, so it's easily accessible. One thing that I feel like you should go out and buy is this eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use in today's video. It is so good, and yeah, if you guys are excited to see how I got this drugstore holiday makeup look, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with a friend. It would really help me out a lot, and it means a lot to me when you guys do that. And with that, you guys, let's just get into the video. Okay, so we're gonna first start off with priming the skin. I'm going in with the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. This is their beauty oil. I'm just gonna take 2 dots of that and smooth that over my skin. Now I'm gonna go in with the foundation that I've loved ever since I've tried it. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th bottle, and this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I use this in the shade F12, and I feel like for being drugstore, this is a really good match for my skin tone, my undertone, and everything, and I really like the doe foot applicator on this. And then now I'm just going in with my e.l.f. concealer sponge to blend that out. I did not go in with too much product because I did want to make sure that I had kind of like control over how much coverage, because I do want the skin to still look like not too heavy. After the first initial layer, I did need just a little bit more coverage around certain parts of my face, so I went in with a little bit more foundation. And this is how you keep your foundation looking not as heavy, but getting like that full coverage appearance. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I use mine in the shade Honey. This has again been another drugstore product that I've loved for years and years. And I'm just going to apply a little bit down the center of my face and underneath of my eyes. If you blend this out right away, you'll get a little bit less coverage. If you need more coverage, just let it hang out on your skin before you blend it out. And while I let that sit, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define to do a little bit of cream bronze contouring. I'm going to blend that all in. Per the usual, I like to blend out my contour before I blend out my concealer. I did apply a little bit more like in a triangle shape just to kind of give myself a more prominent appearance of cheekbones. So when I do that, that's why you can see like it's in more of like an upward motion instead of just being like a straight strip of cream contour. So I like to blend out my nose contour with a smaller brush. Just feel like it helps keep it more contained. Now that I've blended that out, I'm going to go in with my sponge and blend out this concealer, and you'll see like this gets a lot more coverage. If I were to blend it out right away, I would not be able to get this much coverage out of this product at all. But because I let it sit on my skin, warm up with my skin, and get a little tacky, I feel like it keeps a lot more coverage. And I do this with almost all of my concealers, not just my drugstore ones. All of my concealers, I let them sit for a bit, warm up with my skin, and then blend it out. Another product that I feel like I've been mentioning forever is the Wet n Wild Contour Kit. This is always going to be in my collection. I feel like this is the perfect yellow shade for brown skin tones. I'm just going to take that onto my sponge and use that to press it in underneath of my eyes. Okay, now I'm going to work on the eyes. I actually have this really deep brown e.l.f. Camo Concealer. If you want, you can go in with your contour shade. I just want to give myself like a nice brown, deep brown concealer. I don't want to cancel out the darkness of my eyes. I want to kind of pronounce it a little bit more just to create like depth. I'm just going to go in with my same sponge and blend that onto my eyelid. My eyeshadow, I'm going to go in to the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. This is one of my standout products from the drugstore for 2020. This is honestly a really, really good palette. So what I'm going to do is I feel like I want to go a little bit warmer with the look. So I'm going to go in with the shade Caliente, which is basically an orange. Once you pair it on top of that brown concealer, I feel like it'll just look like warmth. It won't look super, super orange. And this is just kind of the base for most of the eyelid. Okay, now to start building on my outer corner, I'm going to go into the shade Coconut, and I'm just going to apply that basically only to the outer V of my eye. And I am going to be winging this out and kind of just starting to drag that out to my lower lash line, just so I have like a guide. I want to basically just create a wing connecting the lower and upper lashes, and I'm just going to drag that color all the way through my lower lash. To go into the gold, I'm going to go into the Rise and Shine shade, which is a little bit more goldy. You do have a nice coppery bronze color down here too, but I do want to create like a nice gold, and I feel like this is a nice, oh my god, that's so pigmented. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Honestly, this palette, I don't use it as much as I should. This is like a $14 palette, regularly priced. It is on sale on elfcosmetics.com, and if you don't like ordering online, this palette is available at Target. It honestly performs just as good as high-end palettes, and e.l.f. is vegan and cruelty-free, and everything is affordable. Like, I feel like that's their biggest thing that they want to stay true to, is to stay affordable. Honestly, this gold is so beautiful, and it applies almost like a cream. Like, I can literally cut my crease with this shadow. It's like molten gold, and I really like the shade of gold they went with too. I feel like this is like a true gold. There isn't like a yellowness to it or a green, which I feel like some golds have. Like, this is like a true gold. This is so freaking beautiful. I'm going to go into a little bit of this shade right here, Nightlife, which is the deepest shade in the palette. It's like a gray, but a black, but more like a charcoal-y black, so it's not a super deep black, but it's a great like building black. And I'm just going to apply this to that outer corner. Super, I want to say slightly, but it's so pigmented that I apply quite a bit, but this is just so I can define this outer corner. And then I'm going to go back into this Caliente shade on that big brush, tap off a lot of the excess, and I'm just going to start now buffing around the eye just to make sure everything is smooth. And I also am going to bring it around onto my lower lash line to smoke it out and blend out that brown on the lower lash line. For mascara, I'm going to go into the Maybelline's Push Up Drama Mascara, the Falsies Push Up Drama. This is really nice if you like super spiked out lashes. This does a really good job of lengthening your lashes. I am going to go in with the falsies, so that's why I want just the length there, so that my natural lashes blend in with the falsies a little bit better. So I'm just going to leave that little mascara thing that I got on my face. But in the meantime, I'm going to go in and fill in my brows with my favorites, whether I'm doing a drugstore makeup tutorial or a high-end, the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and then the e.l.f. Wow Brow. Both of these are in the shade Neutral Brown. Go in to a trusted and true falsie, which is the Ardell Demi Wispies. These are super loved. So I am going to just take a pair of these, and I go in with this Callus glue that I get on Amazon. This is in their matte formula. They also have a clear formula. You can get it on Amazon. I think it's like $7 or $8. And it works really, really well. So you just want to apply this to your falsies and let them dry. While the falsies are drying, I'm going to dust off like this extra bake that I had going on with a brush. And then for this, I've let it dry. It's not fully dried yet. But you basically, once it's like fully dried, you can just kind of like flake it off. Mine didn't dry, so now I have a black patch. For now, for bronzer, I'm going to go in with one of my old favorites. This is a Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I haven't used this in a while, but this is one of my favorite drugstore bronzing or contouring products that I feel like is really good when you're trying to go for a more dramatic look or just when you want a little bit more definition. This works so well, and I honestly, I never get over how good this smells. It smells like you're on vacation. And then to highlight, again, this is another product from the drugstore that I would prefer over some of my high-end ones. This is the Revlon Skin Lights in the shade Twilight Gleam. I actually was reading online somewhere that someone compared this to the beloved Anastasia X Resi highlight that they did. They said that this works, the formula is just like that as well as the color. I honestly just think this is a great, universally complimentary golden champagne-y gleam, and it honestly just, there is no glitter or anything. It just really does glisten with your makeup. Okay, I am now just going to really quickly pop on those falsies. I've given it a chance, the glue a chance to dry, so these should just like really easily pop on. These Ardell falsies are really beginner friendly too, because the lash band is almost like invisible. There's no, it's not too thick, so it's not like too hard to apply. Whereas with like other lash brands, it might be a little bit harder because the band is too thick. So you have to work with the band. But this one, the band kind of works with you. You can kind of maneuver it easily. Just like that, it pops on super, super easy. That is the lashes on. I am now really quickly just going to pop on some blush. I actually got this e.l.f. Putty blush in the shade BALI, and I'm really excited to try this out. I feel like e.l.f. products recently have just been really impressive. So I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques. This is their Instapop cheek brush. I've been loving this brush for cream and liquid blush, so I wanted to just use something I know. Oh, this is super pigmented. I mean, it's super pigmented in like a good way. I feel like I thought this would look really, really intense, but I feel like once you start blending it out, it works really nicely. The only non-drugstore item I'm going to be using is the MAC Fix Plus. This is just one of my favorite setting sprays. I feel like it really does do the job of like blending in all of your makeup. Again, I mentioned in other videos, I like to just kind of push the products in while my skin is still not freshly damp, but a little damp. I feel like it does pick up any excess powderiness while also just like mushing the products into your skin. And also, if something just didn't blend out, I feel like this is a good time to do like a final full all over blend. Like the best red lip was created by ColourPop and I Love Sarai a few years ago. This is the ColourPop X I Love Sarai shade in Ariba. This is a beautiful red. It's a blue toned red, so it makes your smile look really white. And it's such a beautiful formula again. Okay guys, and that completes this makeup look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I honestly really enjoyed creating it. I feel like this is again the epitome of like classic old school holiday makeup, the gold eyes, the red lip, and I feel like all of the products I used in this video, it's like they are a drugstore, but this is a look that I think is just like perfect for the holidays. Like it's not just the fact that they are like more affordable products. These products work just as good, if not better, than some other high-end products. And again, like, I feel like it kind of speaks for itself. It shows up really well on my deeper skin tone. It works really well with my oilier skin tone, and everything just looks, to me, like really, really nice. I feel like it looks like a very celebratory, happy makeup look. And yeah, again, I really, really enjoyed creating it. I hope you guys had fun watching, and if you do recreate it, please tag me on Instagram. It is @rabsbeauty. And with that, you guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye!